Hello, John. How you doing today? I'm a little bit well, I'm recovering from sickness. I'm not sick anymore, but you probably hear it in my voice a little bit. Hang on, let me make sure that the stream is starting, but also let me do one of these. Yeah, URL. Boil eggs for 6 minutes. Prepare a mixture of soy sauce, oyster sauce, sesame oil. You know, honestly, Zane, that sounds like it would cure my sickness right now.
That sounds really good. Cold soup.
Gazpacho is delicious.
Gazpacho.
Yeah.
You know, my only complaint,
What's that?
you could move the
Thanks,
chat
Tom Tom.
down next to the cards and then blow up the screen a little bigger.
Okay. So
Then we can see better.
you're saying screen bigger, then
Chat
blow
more
up the
different.
chat. So what do you mean by blow up the chat?
No, I mean just move the chat down to
Oh, down here?
yeah.
Well, now
It's a good way of saying hello, Zane, because now I'm hungry.
See, now it's like, okay, what about there? That looks like a good spot, because otherwise it was, you know, the words.
Oh, I was saying all the way down.
It is all
Just
the way
to
down.
the
Hang
right
on.
up.
Oh wait, I have to.
Yeah, you gotta.
There we go.
We're being professionals about this.
We're so professional that I'm messing it up.
It's okay.
All right, let's see. Someone say something.
Someone say something.
Edmonton chat.
Oh. Oh.
So you see my mouse? It's like it's below my mouse, way down there. There we go. Oh my goodness, everyone said something.
It's perfect.
Okay. Almost did a random battle again.
Don't do that. We're
I
laddering
do this
tonight.
team.
You don't have to do that, team. You
I
turn the
gotta
cards
change
off.
I don't want to turn the cards off. The cards look nice. And I'm not at an ELO where people are gonna try to stream snipe me. What are we thinking? Did this team have success? One of these two was a stinker.
That one was a stinker. I remember it being a stinker.
Which one?
The one with Zapdos.
Okay. I'll have a lot of Latios here to check someone's moveset, so this team doesn't exist anymore. Sweet. What Pokemon? I don't know. I mean, this seems fun. Offensive Hydrapple's always a treat. And there's a Tinkaton hanging out. Oh, this is that one team that was like super busted recently. What did this one? Hey, Red Face. I want to send you some screenshots. Would you mind carding it up for me?
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
Message redacted.
I have no idea.
It might have been a swear.
Uh-oh.
Which is fine.
We're good boys in the chat.
You'll never get banned for a swear. Or you'll never get banned for one swear. It happens. Even I do sometimes. But I perhaps actually illegally advertise my streams at the zoo sometimes through my YouTube channel. So I know that there are children that have watched my content before. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll take the hot new team and then wait like a week and then start running it, because then people forget that it exists. How many rounds do I hope to win? Let me check my elo.
A bunch.
I decayed. I think I broke 1400 last stream, so I decayed back to just below it. At least one. And then break even the rest of the stream, however many that may be needed. Who knows, maybe we'll fight a stall team after this and that's just the entire stream. You watching Newgrounds as a kid? All good, homie.
Who wasn't?
Ultra seems like a safe lead here. Garg isn't phenomenal though. Tuscathy, yeah, we'll go Moltres.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not an issue here.
Why is that so low res? Why is this so low res, what you sent me?
I don't know. Oh, probably because it's like a, you know, a shortened window.
Oh, yeah. I need a full 1080p, please, before I can do anything with this garbage. I'm an artist.
Of course. Alright, so you're probably going into Garg, which means that. Oh, get wrecked! Darn. Probably gonna rocks or something, or you might salt cure. I have a feeling Hydrapple hurts you really bad. It is salt cure. Ever notice how much cats love being spanked? I have actually barely interacted with cats in my life. Probably going into
a per cat basis, because I think if I
Really?
tried that with any of my cats, they would. They like having their butt padded right above their tail.
I can see that. If he nasty plots, this game is lost. That's not true. Tuskcat speeds and knockoffs. Tinkaton is the move here. You get Thunderwave, that sucks. He hexes. I don't know why he hexed, that doesn't... I think I knock off here.
If we're real quiet, we can hear the sounds of a kitten snoring.
I think that has to be up to you, actually, to be that quiet. I'm just gonna get rocks up and not care about this guy. Cat prefers scratches under the chin. I've only ever had one cat in my life, and it was not the nicest of kittens. It was actually pretty monstrous. Kind of funny, though. Do I care about Tinkaton in this game?
I don't know, do you care about Tinkaton in this game?
They're like 50-50s versus Clodsire just killing with an Earth move. I can probably do some silly things to Corviknight, I bet. Yeah, I care about it this game. Rotom, however... No, that's needed for Dragonite. And I don't need Darkrai.
That's a good type of cat.
Oh, he recovers. Fellas. Does he focus blast here?
What do you know? Well, I mean, what is,
Focus blast is a fighting type move that will one-shot me 10 times over. Okay, let's see. He's got Hex. Apparently he doesn't have his own status. So, probably make it rain in either Psyshock or Focus Blast. I think I call his bluff here. Oh, yeesh.
oh boy.
I guarantee you that was a roll to knock out. This does not survive, dude. That survives, dude. It would be the funniest thing to knock this out on a Rotom. Oh, it would be the funniest thing to get knocked out by this with my Rotom.
Rotom? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, Mission Fail will get it next time. He wasted his Terra trying to get a knockout on a Rotom. Flower Trick is not the move. I'm willing to bet that he is banded. Or probably Scarf. That was... Yeah, there's definitely Scarf damage if it's not one-shotting or at least 50%ing a Rotom. I should have definitely nasty plotted again. Goes into Golden Go. Definitely faster. Probably gonna make a rain, so I don't want Terra. He grits the crit, and the crit definitely mattered. That is tragic. I go into Darkrai with a free Dark Pulse, though. Definitely not letting me get another nasty plot off. Well, he kinda did. Okay. He's probably not going for hazards in this game state. And no Clodsire is actually water absorb, even though they have that as a possible ability. Sometimes I'm wrong. Good news, we can start setting up on it.
No one ever told me about Clodsire before. I like Clodsire.
I definitely told you about Cloudsire before, actually.
Well, you probably didn't make your case very well then, because I don't remember him.
No case was made here, and you like him? Okay.
Yeah, look at him.
He has to go. Never make it rain. I think I go into Moltres here. That didn't do much at all. And Flamethrower is kind of free on his team. Oh! Okay, fourth move Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, I do have to switch out here. Very obvious Great Tusk. Yeah, he saw that coming. Oh my goodness. No one on his team is faster, so I do get to Rapid Spin these away. Am I still sharing Pokemon ideas? Yeah, absolutely. I just didn't want the title to be the same as the last many days. It was very obvious that Earthquake... Rapid... Oh, duh. That's what he's doing.
Are you looking for Squirtle or Pokedoku?
That's a tough call. Okay, what I do is go Roost here. Let's go Squirtle first. Okay, does Extreme Speed, gets the burn. Sweet. Oh, you're talking to someone in chat.
Yes, I am.
I thought you were asking me which one we wanted to do.
No, I got the Pokedoku pulled up when we're ready.
Oh, sweet. Here goes the Nice Beam. Nasty plotted there. Clodsire comes in. Toxic. What you think of? Let's start.
Okay.
Let's do a Squirtle.
Let's do a Squirtle? All right. Who's our first guess?
Our first guess. Chat, what's our first guess?
Beldum. Okay.
Beldum is the first guess.
Higher gen. Wrong types. It is taller than Beldum and weighs less.
The Native American tribe that had a dog breed with fur so thick it was almost like wool. Ooh! That's kind of awesome. Is that like part of the idea for your Bigmon? Or the inspiration for it?
That's pretty cool.
Go for the Encore here. Clodsire does die to rocks when it comes in. Whoops! Oh, you know what? That's fine. D&D campaign going on in the Pokemon radio.
Yeah.
Ferrothorn? You mean Ferrothorn? That game took forever. Like, that was only 37 man's turns, but that took ages.
But it was a win.
It was a win.
There we go.
It was like a 20-minute game.
100, Brent. 100. 100s for this guy. Woohoo.
Ferrothorn is the next guess. Big bipedal dog that has a broad torso you can sleep on. Kinda sounds like Stoutland. Could be even like a relative or a regional of Stoutland if you wanted. There's weird implications to that, but you know, it's something. Okay, I think Rotom has no bad leads matchups here. I could just Hydro Pump for free. Or am I baller and go for the Will-O-Wisp? I am baller. I do go for the Will-O-Wisp.
Do it. But you won't.
I am currently. Okay, he goes for the rocks. That's fine. If he stayed in here, it's either hop or offense. Which, I mean, look at his team. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Is that your team?
Yeah. All right, fellas. Okay, so he does have Taunt under there. He U-turns probably into Samurott. This is why, if you ever get a team, honestly, try not to make it a sample team. And if it's got to be a sample team, just, like, change it a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't do enough damage to me, buddy.
Another burn. Nice.
That's kind of funny. I just healed him for 2. That's fine. He's probably going to go for another Ceaseless Edge. I think we just Volt Switch. And if we go into Tusk, who can threaten Tusk on this team? Do I know Rotom backwards is Cobra? That's crazy. King Gambit backwards is Queen Safety. Okay. So, technically Valiant could come in. But I have a Terror against that. Ideas about, how about a Pokemon inspired by the Deer Women of Native American myths? Ooh. Vaguely related to that. Hey look, it's Iron Valiant. Well, if you're coming in, it means I basically win right now. The first time when Terra Fairy. Oh, that's right. Fairy does not resist itself. Getting rid of the hazards is important regardless. I should have gone for Headlong no, but it's fine. Okay. Moonblast, Psyshock, Thunderbolt. Sounds like Hydrapple cares a little bit. I should have terrored him, but tragic. Okay, Tinkaton doesn't really care all that much. Okay. Terra, ground instead of electric. This is not the exact same team. Which one do you think he's lacking?
I could not hazard a guess.
Iron Moth. Now he tries to set up again. His Spark Drive was used though. Let's get him out of here. Where did he send the fake bonds? Nowhere in particular, we're just talking about him. Iron Moth is a lot less hazardous now. Fiery Dances again.
I think you had chops on the screen the other time. I don't think we have a place to collect them.
Yeah, yeah, you do. The dog is barking, I don't know if you can hear that.
A little bit. You know how dogs is.
I want to roost. If he earthquakes, he's baller. Aw, close enough.
Maybe we should set up a Gmail.
Maybe.
And then people can send in their fake mods.
Okay, it's not the exact same team. I had a really cool idea. So, you know how everyone gets the Wendigo wrong? I had a really neat idea where there was a correct Wendigo that looks like a wrong Wendigo.
Oh.
So, basically, it would have a deer skull or a moose skull. And what looks like white fur all around a body. But it was actually just like gentle mist around a very humanoid, gangly, blood red body. I thought that'd be really cool.
That's pretty creepy.
You're the only one that outspeeds, but I don't think you knock out. Parablast normal. You can also just Sludge Wave and do a Belial. Get Dark Pulse. You hope for the flinch. Hey. Not hoping for the flinch if you get it.
Yeah.
Zamazanter comes in. Once again, 10 times over, I wish I didn't use my Terra, but hey, here we are. Iron defenses. Stone Edge. Okay, this is not the same team. It's just very close. Fortunately, I do think I lose.
Oof. It's rough.
I did say that the game is focused around 19th century America. Oh, come on, dude. Really?
Oh. That's disappointing.
More so 20th century America. It's confusing, but the 20th century is the 1900s. Okay, is he maximum speed? Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely not. Okay, I have to Thunder Wave here.
Come on, Para. Yes.
Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse. Oh, tragic.
Bummer.
Dang it. Back to 1397.
What was going on in the year 1397?
1397.
Yeah. What are you going to be doing?
Ooh. That's true. Well, I can't look it up. I'm playing Showdown.
Oh, that's true.
Take a look.
Oh, let's see. What was going on in 1397?
Now, this fella's got a very innovative offense team. No, Tinkerton's not a good leader. I think Rotom's just the safest in most games.
Well, you could go and see the Canterbury Tales performed.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have a Moltres into a Rotom. I'm switching out probably into my grass or water type, right? I'm just the most baller person ever, Will-O-Wisp. Dodge the Rock Tomb, easy peasy. That is tragic on his end.
Down goes the Ogerpon. Good
Oh.
night.
Apparently, I never plugged in my computer. Oops.
Uh-oh. I would emergency situation that immediately.
Okay, so no dropped frames, which is kind of impressive on my computer's end. What is a Great Tusk gonna do to me? I don't think they actually know any rock. Dude!
Oh, flame.
What did he... He just tried to ground type a flying bird. The Industrial Revolution moths were actually lighter colored. That is specifically referring to Great Britain's peppered moth populations. I believe it's Great Britain. So, which moderate? Strict. So peppered moths typically look a little bit brighter like this, but when soot was everywhere, coating tree bark and buildings, they started to look like this. So it is actually true. Mind if you share an idea over Discord? Go ahead. You can actually see a lot of things like that, John. Raccoons, for example, are supposed to be up during the daytime, but due to humans, are only up at night now. So a raccoon out in the daytime is not a sure sign of rabies. No bad matchups for not Hydra Apple. Rotom. The Fable's here. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp because of the Tinglu.
You know, I like most moth Pokemon or butterfly Pokemon.
I think they're pretty consistently good.
Except for you don't like Dustox and Beautifly.
I think they're just uninspired. I don't think they're necessarily bad.
Yeah, Dustox is probably my least favorite of the few.
Dustox and Beautifly are just Butterfree and Venomoth again.
Yeah.
Nature is actually incredible, John. Like, oh my goodness. Did you know that sharks are 5 times older than the North Star? He threw away Tinglu. By the way, Zane, tell me when you send it. I don't get Discord notifications while I'm streaming. Okay, he flip turns out. How did we learn that? Polaris is actually pretty darn young. Polaris was only... Okay, so... Okay, I didn't style upon you that hard, dude. Polaris... Stars start as like a seed that turn into a plant, if that makes sense. So when you count a plant's age, it's usually after the plant's already sprouted, right? Polaris only truly sprouted, quote, to a point that we could see it, roughly about 60 million years ago. Sharks were around 300 million years ago. Zane, they are actually older than trees. They're older than most life on land, but some plants got there first, if I recall correctly. They're about as old as bones. They were kind of the first to have bones. What?
Dunkleosteus.
That was after sharks.
You're after sharks.
True. Well, Dunkleosteus was around sharks. He wasn't a shark, though.
No, it was
He's
just
not
a big bone fish.
Yeah. With a big old skull that looks a lot lamer, unfortunately.
Really? Everything I've seen, like, compared to people makes it looks pretty cool.
I mean, it's still pretty cool, but... So, a lot of popular depictions of Dunkleosteus feature this nightmarish giant-toothed organism, right?
Yeah.
More accurately, he probably looks like a big-lipped carp.
Aw.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, yay,
Like
webs
the
are
Jurassic Park
aquinated.
version.
What's that?
I like the Jurassic Park version.
I didn't know he was in Jurassic Park.
It's in
Oh, the game.
Yeah.
Is this just a counter to Araquanid? What is Araquanid even mean? Hang on. This team's already bunked, so I might as well. Okay, can learn Bug Buzz. Shoot. Or if I just Leaf Storm anyway. Oh, that's right, it's got 1 billion special defense. Okay, so he's gonna go for Surf. Are sharks the oldest animal on Earth? Like, still around today, do you mean? That would... Kind of no. Okay, that was clever on his part. Kind of no, kind of so. So... No sharks around today were around then. Like, as far as we know, and most likely. However, something like a nautilus could arguably be like a direct, quote, descendant of an ammonite. In which case I would give it to nautilus. Because they were before bones.
Yeah, Nautilus is a good pick.
Okay, what if he
I
bulk
think
ups
we
here?
want to go really far back. We could, like, whatever plankton's floating in the ocean.
Yeah, actually. What do you do to me here? Probably close combat. No, not at all. That did a lot of damage. Shout out to Hydrapple.
Quit skipping turns.
My bad. Okay, if this doesn't attack here, I get a huge move. Alright, sweet. Massive pain split. Yes, we saw your PowerPoints on me, please.
This is not what this Rotom was built for.
Mm-mm.
He was built to wash clothes and be happy.
Easy to think what kind of animals would exist today if 2 thirds of the Cambrian phyla didn't go extinct. Well, see, that's the thing. Some of these animals might not be around today. There might have been a different mass extinction. Okay, I might have cooked myself here, actually. Oops. I think I go Tinkaton. I knock off. Edible, okay. And it. So this is who else but Zane's Figmon. Ooh, looks pretty neat. Kind of like a
Ooh, like a
arms
Mothman
give off
almost.
the vibe of Mothman, and
I like the snake wings.
oh yeah, I didn't even notice those. The paradox bug. Cambrian phyla? Okay, so a phylum is a particular grouping of animals, taxonomically. The Cambrian phylum specifically refers to the phylum in the Cambrian period of time. Give me the scoop on that, by the way, Zane. Like, I want to know more about it. Well, that's a tanky thing. Okay. Does monster have wings that look like snakes IRL? I dig it. So, the Cambrian... Oh my goodness, I'm getting... Yeah, this guy wins. Get me out of here. I don't even want to deal with it. Cambrian was...
Our biology lesson of the day.
Yeah. You know, why am I not just looking up Cambrian?
Control F.
That would have also worked. Basically, a long time ago, the Cambrian is this big block right here. The Cambrian explosion, quote, happened during this time. The Cambrian explosion was a massive, widespread evolution of animals. Like, all of a sudden, this insane amount of species diversity just appeared out of nowhere. Fascinating, crazy, and we're not entirely sure what or why or how. But we do think it might have been because at that time, the core of the Earth magnetized and formed the ozone. Isn't that crazy? Dude, these hydro pump missiles are nasty. Okay, Rotom's a sham today. Freeze Dry and DD? Did I just lose to this? I got a jokester that couldn't figure out what to do. Okay, so he totally knows I'm gonna Terra, right? But I gotta. Alright.
But you gotta.
I didn't gotta, and it kind of would have been funny to not. Now, to go on, Zane says that 2/3 of the Cambrian phylum went extinct. I'm pretty sure it's higher than that. I'm pretty sure the Ordovician is the worst extinction of them all. The first, okay, never mind. The biggest was Permian to Triassic, and I'm pretty sure this was like 90% total of all life on Earth at one point. Which is just mind-boggling. You wish you learned about this earlier? You'll see a lot of people say others are dumb for not knowing stuff like this. I don't think that's true. I think it'd be weird for schools to teach everyone this. Do I think that this is good to know? Yes, but I don't think it's something critical. Does that make sense?
Also, learning new stuff is a sign of a smart person, so.
Mm-hmm. I want to speed time mine with his. No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to take them here. We really should not have allowed Darkrai here. I don't know why he's here. Dude!
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Like the stream.
Like the stream, everyone. It's very good.
If you want to learn things, Jonathan, get yourself like a, what is that, creative?
Oh, this
Can't
Reddit don't
remember the
resist
name
water
of it.
anymore.
It's like
That's fine.
Curiosity Stream or something. You can like get college level courses for whatever it costs to like $5 a year or something. And they're like actual lectures. So if you're not into lectures, then
That's pretty cool.
it is really cool. Actually, we were watching something on Native Americans, like from when they first.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the right word I want to use, but I can't. So we'll just leave it at that.
First came here like 30-something thousand years ago.
Yeah,
Because that's some really interesting stuff there.
yeah, and they were talking about how they probably came over and where they came from and how they migrated throughout North America and stuff.
Great time for the Gen 5 panic music.
Yeah.
Can I please unfreeze? Infuriating. Okay, we know he's scarfed. Or spexed. One of the two. But this is a free nasty plot. We know that this is not scarfed. We also can't really hurt it very much. So we need... Well, that's tragic. Not great. Grapple. But he's gonna go comfy here. I'm actually gonna Earth Power. Doesn't. That's ceaseless. Great Touch doesn't do anything in this match anymore. Locked into Sludge. I think I have to get a greedy nasty fly here. I can't risk it. Oh, it doesn't matter because it's comfy. The idea that from the remaining phyla, got all the crazy diversification we see today. Very true. Alright, Draining Kiss is a contact move. This can burn. Well, that's not Draining Kiss at all. War's kind of funny, though. If that froze, that would have been criminal. No burn is tragic. We know that you're gonna die to spikes. Actually, I think you will. There are icicle spear that if it's loaded dice, oh, it's not. Well, might now. Okay, sweet. What honestly boggles my mind is the idea of a non-carbon based life form, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wouldn't even look like life to us, probably.
Hopefully more for Draining Kiss. Okay, sweet. That regens me a bunch of health. And now I spam Earth Power.
The music believes in you, and I do too.
I don't with how little that Earth Power did.
Oh no.
Tragic. I hate comfy. Back to 1390! Woo!
We're going back. Let's see what you could have done in 1390.
It's actually 1397. The insult is real.
1397. Well, then it's the same year as before. You can still go see some Canterbury Tales.
Could be fun. Could be fun. Jolteon.
Consider you can get into the court of King Edward II.
Edward. That was a painful Thunderbolt. What are these base HPs looking like? 50. 65. Yeah, more. Someone else has way more. Well, that was funny. Well, that was super funny. Alright. Trace matches up into all them well. It would absolutely be more foreign than we are to Jellyfish, which is crazy to me. I don't even think that gets across just like how thoroughly that's the case. You can have a fairy type move, right? Yes. Could have a luring voice. Tell me more of your moveset. Well, I just revealed Encore, which is tragic. I could have gotten a knockoff. I think knockoff Stealth Rock is worth it here. Oh, goodness, apparently not. You know what it totally is. Up he switches. Well, that was a critical failure on his part. He has to go Valiant here. He doesn't have to, but I do live to fight another day and knock off his Excadrill. Or it's Scarfed. It was AV. No one outspeeds this anymore now. Rotom should be fine. I Hydro Pump into anyone on this team. Now that is a Tyranitar, so it didn't really take much, but you know, that's something. Will-O-Wisp. Being into watching Bound's Pokemon Girly Pop tier list? What? Do I think it's possible there are undiscovered life forms on Earth? Absolutely. 100%. 1 second. My brother forgot his own laundry in the washer.
Well, you know, sometimes it'll happen. Where's my laundry?
He's like, hey, you gotta swap your laundry. Have any laundry to swap, sir? X Scissor. Sorry, bud, this thing has stupid stats. Oh, had their own separate point of abiogenesis? I don't think so. I don't think it's impossible, but I don't think it's the case. I don't really need Rotom anymore, I don't think. I don't need Moltres at all, actually. That's crazy. Like, unrelated Earthling life? Silicon-based life in the Earth's mantle? That would be insane. That is a... I don't even know, man. Please tell me he goes Valley here. Oh, tragic. Okay, well, he did go Valiant, but not when I wanted him to. Let's hit T-Bolt. Let me go Hydrep. Go out into Rotom. To get some Sand Chip on it, and also regenerate on my Hydrapple. back into it. Then
It is 9:30. Just warning. Got like 5 minutes.
okay. Hopefully I remember to not start up a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, so to finally answer the question, I would love it if there were. I don't think there is. Okay, Sandstorm subsided, which tragic. Got into Great Tusk on the air ice. Oh my goodness. Surprised you dream to actually see an alien. No. Stream's not ending soon. We're switching to Legends Arceus.
Sorry for the panic there, folks.
Unfortunately, T-Tar does beat me. Except it doesn't because of who I have in the back. Ice Beam Tyranitar? Why? Oh, it's totally faster too. I do believe that this is GG. Why is that Ice Beam Tyranitar? What?
Because it beats you specifically?
Obviously, my bad. Underwave. I'm gonna need some crazy para luck here. Nope. Ice Beam T-Tar. Okay. So I've ended a little bit lower than where I started. This is tragic. I the theory that, hang on. Every culture has dragons because mammals are genetically predisposed to fear reptiles. Reptiles should be genetically predisposed to fear us. We're the superior organism. I have actually heard that theory. I think that there's some basis to it. However, everyone's ignoring the obvious fact that they were just dragons one time. I gotta find Cosme.
Okay, slap us on the break screen then.
Such a smart idea. I was just gonna look for it while yelling at the microphone.
No, we have these for a reason, you know?
No, I don't know that.
Well, obviously.
We'll be right back. I don't want to mute the music, so I'm just gonna mute you, Redface.
That's good.
And then myself. Okay, I'm unmuted. And Graphics is unmuted.
Hey, I'm back.
This one. Turn on. Oh shoot, it worked for a moment. Whoops. I felt like an old country bumpkin with all the fancy talk. No, this is some weird, like vaguely, it seems a lot more intimidating than it is. Biology is really easy. You always remember, animals need to flee, feed, fight, and mate. If you can remember that, you're good. Alright, stops. That's stupid. Oh, I almost turned off stream. Oh, wait, whoops. There we go. Now, to be fair, I'm technically not actually an ecologist, John. Oops. I am a wildlife biologist. Specifically, exactly, my degree is forestry and wildlife biology and management. That exactly. So, my specialty is North American forests. Yeah, John, everyone's got something they're smart at that other people aren't, and vice versa.
Recognizing your blind spots is a big part of
Wrong account.
figuring yourself out, you know?
Like, I've accepted. I can't figure out cars or computers, like the inner workings of the hardware. I'm not an ecologist, I'm a freakologist. Well, occasionally in the comments you will see an actual like full ecologist come in and correct me on something. I'm not perfect. It's usually smaller stuff, but it is stuff. Was that rat face?
I was eating in the mic. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. We didn't hear it.
Oh, good. I wasn't eating in the mic.
It's true, he wasn't. So, big example. I had in my, what is that called? Lethal Company video, I had said that these, though related to sharks, probably shouldn't be classified as sharks anymore. And I was corrected that they technically should. They should just be notified as a massive break-off. I haven't actually learned the specifics of classification, so I didn't know that. I had assumed that eventually, after enough, it breaks apart on its own. But I was incorrect. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Unfortunately, these satchels are not what I need. Also, rat face.
Yes, sir.
You have that document?
I can find it.
Thank you. Wait, let's check for EVs first. No, let's check for chimchars first.
What do you want me to find in this document?
Lickitung. Statistics be like monkeys are just fish. Okay, I didn't want to get into it, but yes, I do actually disagree with that comment, and they're not entirely correct. It is just one way to look at science. I will always say the birds are technically reptiles joke because it's only kind of a joke, and it's really fun, and is a good way to start talking about that sort of thing. But it's so obvious that they really just shouldn't be classified as herps anymore. But yes, technically.
All right. Boulder Roll Slope, Shrouded Ruins, or Obsidian Fieldlands Distortions.
Okay, so not available yet. Wait, I think that's everything I really need right now. Mostly what we're doing is just hunting down the EVs and the Cherubi. I'm in the wrong spot for that. I
We
just
could
have
get the
things.
Shrews lecture again, Zane.
What?
The Shrews lecture?
I don't want to do the Shrews lecture.
Yeah,
No, that's so untrue. I do want to do the Shrews lecture, but I'm not gonna.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to figure stuff out. Anyone that says that we've solved something in science is not an actual genuine scientist. And I know that for two reasons. Number one, any actual scientist knows that we've just guessed and it just so happens to be working out. And two, scientists would hate if their position is solved because that means they're totally out of a job. Like for the rest of time. That's why I'm in the best field. Because when we eventually get to terraforming planets, I got a job still. Granted, I'm probably in an overseer position at that point, but you know, it's something. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It's better than being unemployed. That's why my heart goes out to physicists. Those guys are guessing as hard as can be, and they're still almost out of a job. What face would you study in school?
Software. But I prefer a job in the human services, so I don't really
IT.
use my degree.
Did IT work?
I don't really like dealing with people who
Are
are
mad.
prone to think that their problem is not their problem. Don't mention shrews.
Shrews and elephants? No. No, shrews and elephants are not. There are a couple shrews that are. Most shrews are not. Most shrews were grouped together correctly. And I say most, it was really like 60% of them. Does they have long noses? No. The Hyrax is also in the group with the elephants. It is because genetically they just share ancestors. We have actually been changing the organization of mammals especially significantly, just so radically in the past like decade or so. Insectivora is gone. Don't say its name around here. Insectivora is a great example. When I first started learning wildlife biology, there was an intro to wildlife biology in, I can't believe you've done this. In 2018, I took an intro to wildlife biology class. That was a tiny bit, and I learned about the many orders of mammalia. Insectivora was one of them. Believe the wide eyes on my face when I got into mammalogy in 2021, and all of a sudden, there were no more Insectivora. None at all. And apparently it had never, well, it was never supposed to have existed. There were elephant shrews, otter shrews, tree shrews, and a number of other animals just generically called shrew that all happened to be in the same group because they were all called shrews and kind of looked like each other. However, it turns out that they are so radically different from each other. Otter shrews are a type of marsupial. Elephant shrews aren't the ones that are related to elephants, I don't believe. There's another shrew that is actually closer related to elephants. Tree shrews are closer related to us. And then most of the other shrews were just different types of rodents. I think one of them was a rabbit too, but I could be wrong about that one.
We got the shrew rant.
Is the shrew rant. And that is why not all of the comments in my comment section are hearted, because I have some furious disagreements with some of them, but I don't want to be mean. Usually once a video gets like 3 weeks old, I stop interacting with the comments altogether.
Probably a good idea.
Sometimes I'll send just to come back and forth if someone's like, hey, I have this question, or hey, cool thing here. That's it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it?
You know what guessing game I used to like? I'm gonna correct first.
I have been muted for a little bit. Um,
Oops.
so A, what game? B, can you check Cherubi?
Can I check Cherubi? But it's spelled with an E.
Cherubi.
Yes, I just missed the E the first time.
Oh, Ruby.
2 specific shaking trees. Blue-green ones near Alpha Lopunny in the Heartwood.
Okay. No time of day listed or anything of that sort?
Nope.
Okay.
I used to like it when you would, hold on one second, I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh.
It only speaks in those 2 blue trees. I know what you meant to say, but that's kind of funny. So about the marsupials in South America, there were plenty of marsupials in South America. There are some nowadays. Most of them died. Most of them all over the world died, and the only reason the ones in Australia didn't is because there were only really marsupials. Mammals, true mammals, full on 100% mammals, are just better than them. They outcompete them so thoroughly, it is ecological annihilation when they interact. There are exceptions. Possums, for example. Opossums. Succeed plenty well in America. But those are exceptions, not the rule. It's kind of interesting and funny, but the few critters being introduced to Australia are just massively outcompeting them. Now, part of that is because they have never interacted with these species, like the cane toad. But that's not exclusively it. The mammals, the true full mammals, are just better at doing what they do. Alright, what guessing game do you like?
The one where you say a scientific name of something and we have to guess what it is.
That was fun. I didn't know if people liked that or not. Because people
I don't know,
engage
I
with it
always
pretty
did.
often, but like, not 100% of the time.
I don't think anybody engages with anything 100% of the time. Like this Chimchar that's not engaging with you right now.
That's very true. He's not engaging with me at all. But that's 100% of the time he's not engaging with me. He's engaging with not being around me 100% of the time.
I suppose that's true.
Doesn't it go monotremes and marsupials branched off from there, and placental mammals branched off from those? It's more... Monotremes were around first. They were around while the dinosaurs were plenty A-okay. Marsupials branched off while the dinosaurs were going extinct, and then true mammals went on just about past that, really at the tail end of that. So it's monotremes, marsupials, and then true mammals. Yeah, true mammals are essentially mammal 3.0. The biggest point of this is that marsupials broke off before animal intelligence fully started becoming a thing. With the dinosaurs being gone, mammals started to try and take the place by being the big thing that stomps around and chomps really hard. So what happened is initially, scales were developed on the top of the head that would provide muscle connection points for crunching. I think I've talked about this in the Skarmory video and a couple others. Unfortunately, marsupials stopped there, so if you look up a possum skull, for example, you're going to see a... Whoops, wrong direction. A big crest on top of their head. Of course a mammal would say that. Yeah, I'm the only one smart enough to. Marsupials aren't smart enough to say this. Possum skulls have a big crest on top of their head, and that helps them bite really hard, even though they don't really use their mouths. Very strange. But true mammals ended up just developing a bigger brain case in general, which provided the bite force as well as intelligence, which caused a massive cascade supporting that so thoroughly.
Wow.
Yeah.
It isn't snoring anymore. It's safe to turn your speakers up.
I don't think we ever heard a kitten snore.
Oh man, you snored real loud just a minute ago.
No Chimchar. Pardon me. Kind of big Stantler. Well, our jaws got bigger in a weird way. It's not that our jaws are super large, it's that our jaws are super durable. Like, that's why they're wide. Two big reasons. Number one, taking a punch in a fight. Number two, chewing up nuts. And grasses. Humans, like hominids in general, actually separated from bonobos due to climate change, funnily enough, where the jungles started getting too small, and we were essentially kicked out into the prairie. We had to wander around in the grasslands and ended up getting a big new jaw for it. And making me realize how crazy the zoo show was really. The zoo show? I don't know what show that is.
Oh, I saw commercials for that. Is that what that was about? That sounds ridiculous.
You might be thinking of, because I remember this, the... Who's that guy that slapped the guy for making the joke about him? The guy from I Am Legend.
Oh yeah. You're not. He's not thinking of that.
No, but that guy made a movie where they returned
His
to
son made
Earth,
a
where all the
movie,
animals
yeah.
evolved to kill humans, which doesn't make any sense because humans weren't there to be killed by them. They
Yeah.
wouldn't have evolved for that. And also,
There's
it was
that
stuff
one,
like turning
too.
invisible.
I never saw it.
I never either, but that was in the trailer. Just because mammalian jaws are one piece and reptile jaws are severed pieces. I mean, there's a number of elements to why our jaws are so awesome.
Cat jaws could be two pieces and be perfectly fine. I learned that.
These trees. So frustrating.
Yeah. Did you drop an incense or something?
Was that-
Pokemon Go.
What was that?
Did you drop an incense or something?
That would be cool. No.
Yeah. Be doof. All right, give me an animal.
Give you an animal?
Give me an animal in the science, and I'm gonna guess it.
Oh, like a scientific name?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to think of a scientific name real quick. Mephidus. One of the episodes was an evolved bear that had skin as tough as a tank. The scientist said it's theoretically possible to evolve such thick skin, but it's happening too fast. Not as thick as a tank. Tanks bounce bullets right off, and while a bear skull might be able to do that with smaller caliber bullets, so can our heads. That's not very impressive. That's a bone. But the amount of resources and, like, rolling the bones on some very low odds for bones to be used as armor like that, it's just not gonna happen. It's not worth
Oh,
it.
not bones. The
What?
skin.
Well,
Not even the bones. The skin.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and just assuming that they said it wrong. That's what I do in all my videos. I don't know if you've read the Pokedex entries. Some of them are crazy. Other than the
Am I
sun
looking
and
for
that.
a fish?
No. If you guys in chat also want to guess what Mephidus is, you guys can. Yeah, it was a skin. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, dude. That scientist is an idiot. I'm trying to save face for him. That show made no sense yet, sounds like it. That's something that would happen in a movie. That's like the Scream Bear from Annihilation. They should have stuck with a horror movie instead of a nonsense show. I think the moment you base your movie, like your horror movie, on science, it's just instantly discredited. You know? I really want to Trying for EVs? No. His Pokedex entry is complete. Best evolution like is his finger bone changed 1 millimeter over 450 generations. Yeah. Well, no, actually. It can go way faster than that. In the Galapagos Islands, there were birds that were separated just for 3 generations, and by the time that they got back together, they were unable to reproduce.
Wow.
Okay, Dusktox. Catch another one. 6 poison powders. Reptile like a tree frog?
Sir, the tree frogs have evolved 1 millimeter longer trigger fingers.
I
They've
think
taken all the guns.
he's referring to the guest that the Mephitis.
Oh, right. I was just thinking of frogs with, well,
Gun fingers?
hostile frogs, yeah. Mephitis makes me think it lives off sulfur somewhere in the deep ocean.
I don't know anything about microbiology.
Okay, so I was on to something there then. I don't know microbiology.
No, I don't know anything about microbiology. It is not a microbe.
Oh. Well, there's like worms and stuff that do that.
That's true. But no, it's not them either.
It's not worms, huh?
Not worms. Anyone in chat have any questions to ask about it? Other than what is it?
Is it a skunk?
It is a skunk.
Dang.
How'd you get that?
Well, sulfur stinks, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's in North America because that's where your degree is in. I got bad news. That's exactly where it is. You are not making anything up. I can use strong style poison powder 3 times and I'm done, but it's not. I don't have that on. I turn it off. Want to get the backstrike because sometimes they run away. Those are smart. So smart. Why don't they start a band called the Gametes because sex sells?
Biology jokes now.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, he doesn't want to run away though.
You gotta use poison powder a whole bunch.
3 times.
Master it.
And then strong style moves 3 times.
Ah, gotcha.
Can I give you the color? I already said it.
I already guessed it. It was a skunk.
Striped skunk.
It's another one.
Another one?
Yeah.
Gulo
Guess that
Gulo.
one. Oh, I know this one off the top of my head.
It is kind of awesome.
This is chat. Your
Is
time
it?
to shine.
This is all chat. What's Gulo Gulo? Oh, I didn't mistake. I shame does better. Man.
Mr. Kitten. Or no, that's the big kitten. Alright. Nope, you're okay. to come up here and sit? Come on.
Who's better, Caniforms or Feliforms? Caniforms. Feliforms are like an obsidian blade. They're fragile. They are really cool conceptually. Good in execution if accurate. But, you know. Little tale about North American biology. So way long ago, after the marsupial exchange, which is a hilarious story, we had a whole bunch of caniforms in the US, like actually somewhere around 50 or 100 different caniforms in the US. We have fossil records for them. Then across the Bering Strait, the land bridge by Russia, came a bunch of feliforms. They all came in, started outcompeting a lot of the caniforms, and then most of them died after making sure that the caniforms went extinct. So now we're left with like 3 feliforms and like 30 caniforms. So unfair.
I don't know. What's cooler, a wolf or a tiger?
Wolf.
I don't know.
100% wolf. Now, tigers do have some really cool stuff about them. But I think the
some
fact
stuff
that
about tiger.
wolves elect... now the tigers have some really cool stuff about them. But wolves actually elect pack leaders based on experience, and I think that's really cool.
That is really cool. It is not a bird.
It is not a bird.
It's the same colors as the last one.
Similar. Gulo Gulo. What is a Gulo Gulo, Zane? My favorite scientific name. One of them, at least. Nah, Mephidus totally is, because it's... The striped skunk is Mephidus mephidus in the genus Mephididae.
Someone got sprayed by a skunk and really didn't like it one time.
Exactly. Skunks are apparently closer related to raccoons than the previously thought mustelids.
Yeah. You know what stinks? Mustelids.
Skunks. Oh, yeah. A lot of people, I know it's not a mustelid, but it's relevant. A lot of people think they would love to have a fox as a pet. Those things stink like a skunk. They smell horrible. They smell awful. You know when you're driving on the road and you get that like distant skunk smell? That's what a fox smells like up close. It's rotten. It's rancid. It is a wolverine, yeah. Wolverines are gulo gulo. Gluttony gluttony. Because they're so ferociously hungry all the time that they'll fight bears off of their own kills. Gulo gulo. Stantler. Why didn't you teach Side Shield Bash? Preface.
Yeah.
When does Stantler learn Side Shield Bash?
I'm just standing there and try to say shield bash. Is that something I can look up on the document?
Possibly.
Does not seem to be... Where's my Bulbapedia tab?
Skunks literally smell like burning tires up close. They smell worse than burning tires, dude. I don't, you know.
What's that one that smells like popcorn?
That is the Binturong bearcat. It is a type of genet, which is a type of feliform. One of like 5 non-cat feliforms. There's the hyenas, the meerkats, civets, genets, and I'm probably forgetting one. I am. I don't remember what it's called though.
Yeah, that's where we can catch them, but when does...
You might need to
What
check
will
Generation 8 learn set.
Generation 8 will work? That's 9.
I think it has to be Generation 8. This game is considered to be Gen 8.
Okay, let me see.
Hyenas are just the cutest things. Yeah. Yeah, Munchlax. I think I'm done with Munchlax. Kind of.
What move were you looking for?
Psy Shield Bash. ESY.
Psy Shield Bash.
Heliforms are weird animals if you look at cats. Mongoose! Yes, that's the 5th one. Yeah, mongooses are like the Wolverine of Heliforms. But not nearly to the same scale. Like, Wolverines are just on another plane of existence. Those things are monsters. They're the orcs of real life.
I can only find the Gen 9 moves on here.
On
And
Bulbapedia?
and I don't see like it. Nope.
It doesn't say like
Nope.
other generations
Nope.
8?
Nope. It does. It does. Psy Shield Bash at 21.
In Legends Arceus?
Generation 8.
It should also have a BDSP learn set listed there. It'll say LA in dark blue and BDSP in light blue and light pink. Favorite animal? Humans. Humans are my favorite animal.
I'm gonna send this to you since you know what you're looking for. I'm
Okay.
a little out of my depth here.
Here.
You know the webpage better.
I'm also gonna screen share real quick. There's a learning moment to be had. Not for this, but I'm also gonna.
Oh.
So, you see how this says by leveling up at the top of your red face?
Yeah.
Just below that, BDSP,
Ah.
and then LA. So Psy Bash was correct, yeah.
Okay.
At level 21. It doesn't actually learn in BDSP because it didn't exist yet. Kind of. But let's go look at a possum skull. Oh, possum. Skull.
Andean Condor is a good pick for favorite animal. Bah.
Look at that crazy crest on the top of its head. That's huge. It has 52 teeth. 18 front teeth. 52 total. And this massive crest. And yet it doesn't even bite things, like ever. It's crazy. You can absolutely tell a wolf skull apart from a Tasmanian tiger skull. The biggest thing is... Wait, Tasmanian tiger. Yeah, I should be able to. I mean, the canines should be, like, pretty radically different. Just counting the teeth in general should give me a good clue.
Wouldn't size be a huge clue as well?
I mean, you can get a small wolf skull or a big Tasmanian tiger skull, but yeah.
I challenge you to produce a big Tasmanian tiger skull.
I wish I could. Or I can just print one, you know, like with a 3D printer.
I suppose that's true.
Oh, I should totally ask Soup to print me some 3D Pokemon skulls. Oh, that's such a good idea. Isn't it?
Oh, I love it.
So, Soup is a person that is in my sort of clique. They have a 3D printer and they've been loving it. And I think it'd be really cool to print off some Pokemon skulls. I'm not sure how I'd use them, but, you know, it's something.
Desk ornaments, paperweights.
I was figuring for use in the videos.
Oh, yeah.
Can you look up linking cord, Ratface, and tell me where to get it? Because I don't think I'm able to get one for doing the Cleavor thing. so caught up on these few Pokemon that are just not showing up. I need to figure out something else to do with my life. What did the last Tasmanian tiger so weird? Yeah, it doesn't even seem like a marsupial to me. You know what I mean? Okay, we should put a Dabra and a Magikarp on our team. For those that are curious, Tasmanian tiger is a carnivorous marsupial that was in Australia but is unfortunately extinct. Have you gotten the Togekiss yet? No. I'm waiting to get better Skyballs. It's probably going to be one of the last things I do.
The only thing I can find that says where linking cords are, it's under the Obsidian Fieldlands section. It says you need 1,000 MP for a linking cord.
And I'm not able to buy one until after Cleavor. Because it's Cleavor that unlocks those people.
Aha.
What about Pichu?
Pichu, Pichu, Pichu. Rare spawn in a stretch of land around Aspiration Hill and Floraro Gardens between Nature's Pantry and Obsidian Falls.
There's a rare spawn in Floraro Gardens.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They picked the correct starter. No, Teflo's is definitely my favorite, but I do like this one.
I like a Cyndaquil.
Hisui and Teflosian is really cool.
Yeah,
Plus, it's a ghost type too.
that is cool.
Pichu can be found near the Alpha Luxio. I think that's where I'm headed. Probably not during nighttime, right?
I want to hold my breath. That's an angry Luxio.
It's a very angry Luxio. Hisui and Decidueye is your favorite Pokemon? I dig it. I think the only red flag favorite Pokemon are the Cocoons. If you like the Cocoons, really, you know?
We'll hang out in the forest, Viridian Forest.
I'm not Caterpie or Butterfree. I do not understand the appeal of a Cocoon. Maybe I'm just crazy.
know. Maybe I'm just blinded by my love of Gen 1, but Metapod and Kakuna kind of have a classic
No, you are absolutely blinded by your love of Gen 1 in this regard.
never.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that you of all people would be. Hisui and Decidueye is your favorite Pokemon? It is a pretty cool Pokemon. I did just answer that question too. I just looked over and forgot that we had already talked
Alright.
about that.
We've simply traveled in time.
That's exactly what it is. That Dustox is still mad at me for. Okay.
It's like a lot of my Elden Ring play. Sneak around the big guy.
Exactly. Worth mentioning twice considering how amazing he is. Unfortunate that his signature move is tied to him because that move is busted. Favorite mythical Pokemon? Shaman. Yeah, definitely Shaman. Well, I mean, very obviously by the channel, I'm a little bit of a hippie. Like Generation 4 as well. And it was really cool Pokemon Mr. Dungeon Sky. So. A new day means a new search for an EV. Deoxys? That's a cool one. What about you, Jonathan?
You're right. The music in this game just kind of doesn't happen for long stretches of time.
Yeah. It's
It's
intentional.
an interesting choice.
It's supposed to make you feel isolated.
Yeah.
It's a shame because the music is just a fantastic banger, but it's not very good background music. It's very good highlight music.
Yeah.
Like, has the upbeat one played? So there's
Oh, I'm
the
sure it has.
there's the gentle bass cello doo 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 song. Or has the doot 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 it has that played?
I'm sure it has. I don't know. I've got the sound really low.
I think that one only happens after Kleebor. Never caught one
Well,
back in the day,
that
and
could
even in
happen.
ORAS, you accidentally O-code it? Oh! When is the Deoxys? Can't wait for Generation 17, where Deoxys attack is legal and overused, and it's a questionable bring. For anyone that's not aware, that's actually currently happening with Deoxys Speed. We let him in, and he's kind of just underwhelming. He sets up hazards alright, and then he's gone for the rest of the game.
Somebody's got to carry the bag of rocks.
It's true. He will be well loved in a goblin platoon.
True. No one wants to be rock guy.
You O-code Primal Kyogre somehow? I think it's that Pokemon is afraid to make any of their fights too good. Like, this game has one of the very few actually hard fights in all of Pokemon ever, for example. But in, like, you know, Generation 6, the champion doesn't even have, like, what is it, full EVs or IVs on her Pokemon? Something like that. Her stats are horribly crippled. So tragic. Like, the hardest fights in Pokemon, you can probably make a top 5. And that's just unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Well, then make us a top 5.
That's what I'm saying. You can't go further than that, and I'm not even certain you can make a top 5 of, like, genuinely hard fights. You can list fights
What
by
if there's
difficulty all the way
60%?
down, but, like, you know. And I'm not saying Fisherman Joseph has to have a difficult team. But
What if he did, though? What if he was the sleeper hit of the Kanto region?
I'm pretty sure in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, one of the, like, challenge trainers, once you beat the game, does have 6 Magikarps and is an actually hard fight, because you also have to bring in Magikarps.
Oh, wow. That sounds obnoxious.
Ida worst champion team. I think the AI isn't capable of using Glamor and Kingambit on a team at the same time anyway. I think if she had the choice, she would still send them out backwards. Just make sure you pick one at the same level so you grind them up, end up being over-leveled. You swept Volo in this game? That's crazy. Because, like, this game doesn't even have any grinding. It's not that I disbelieve it, it's just, man. Okay, so last thing to check is 3. I'll play it again with regular Pokemon levels. I mean, I recommend it. Redface, do you want spoilers for this game?
That's chat's prerogative. I don't really care.
Well, I care, and I would like to try. I'm sure you eventually get spoiled, but you know.
Well,
Is
I'm
it
enjoying the game vicariously through you. You must
Okay.
understand.
So, if you are making a list of top 5 hardest fights ever, one of the trainers on the list is undoubtedly going to be Cynthia, who is the Generation 4 champion. She is very difficult for like a playthrough team, and has a genuinely solid competitive team. Is it perfect? No, but you know, whatever. Um, is that a shiny or a piece of honey? Piece of honey. She has blonde hair, an imposing figure, and a very sassy stance. She has 2 ancestors in this game, one of whom is Volo. Do you remember that merchant that taught me how to hit Pokemon in the back with the Pokeball for bonus catch rate?
Yes.
Why do you think he's teaching you a backstab technique?
Oh.
Because he is actually the person that opened the giant nightmare rift. He intentionally tried to summon Satan so that God could smite Satan because he loves God and he wants to see God. He ends up fighting you. And this game, no trainer, except for him, has more than 3 Pokemon. So you have not grinded up very much at all. So your Pokemon are way under leveled, and because of how speed works, you enter the battle and he knocks out 3 Pokemon right at the start. It is a very tough fight. Even when you grind up all the way, it's not very easy. Like if you are matching him, it's still a tough fight. Because once you beat him, he summons Giratina and then fights you with it. And then when you beat Giratina, Giratina himself gets mad and fights you a second time. All 3 back-to-back, no healing in between. It is so cool. It is so difficult. It is a really cool climax to this game. Had him implied he's a time traveler? I do not remember that, but I can believe it. I do think he'll return in ZA, only because this game is so obsessed with making ancestors and callbacks like that, that he probably will come back in some regard. A shiny Starly, or am I just crazy? Nope. Okay. What does Alakazam need to do? All mine in Psycho Cut. And beat with bug type moves.
You know, I could go for a Pecha Berry right now. I'll tell you that right now.
What?
I could go for a Pecha Berry right about now.
I can
Pull
see
out
it.
the fridge.
I myself might get some berries from behind me. The game itself does it implies. Do you? I think Kojita is implied to be from a distant past. I don't think he is. 4, 7, 8. Ugh. Okay, if I just defeat 2 with bug type, done. So, done for good.
You know what this game needs? A sleeping Snorlax you actually wake up with the Poke Flute.
I could see it. Okay, flute. I'm pretty sure is a Cantonian thing now.
Oh.
Beat him. He says time itself won't stop him. God itself stop him. It does in this game by sending you. I bet Vespiquen has some stuff. What I gotta do with Vespiquen? There's Slash and Bug Buzz. And Digestile. Go beat up a Cadabra. Ooh. Tried to skate down on the side of the hill, but I did not succeed. That jump's definitely not makeable. Oh, wait, I need a Machoke on my team. I was gonna grind levels. That's right. I'll do that after this. Is it possible for an Alpha Alakazam to spawn?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Probably look at Pokemon, right? Beej. There's an Alpha Alakazam. Where's that? Kadabras do be like that. Got a headache. And maybe he's calling himself an idiot for not being caught, even though he can see the future. Or for being caught off guard. Regigigas is around here, right? I don't want to catch it, I just want to see it. Is there an Alpha Alakazam before... Oh.
No, I don't think there is, because this
I see
only
it right
talks about linking cord. Oh. Well then, it doesn't say anything about an Alpha Alakazam in your little document.
Oh, well, he saw me and he's level 60. Yeah, I see him. I see him, John. Okay.
Run.
I can get Alakazam. What about Golem?
There's an Alpha Golem. No, well,
There's an Alpha Graveler.
it's a Graveler.
But there might be an Alpha Golem. Probably in Coronet Highlands. I know that there's an Alpha Machamp in the Coastlands. So...
Evolve with linking cord. No wild encounters available yet.
Is that what it says for Alakazam, though?
That... Yeah.
Well... Alpha Alakazam would tear my atoms apart. That might be so. This is a question for chat and Ratface. When does the Ginkgo Guild show up in town? I'm pretty sure it's after you beat Kleavor, which means, you know, I wouldn't be able to. Unless that's not the barriers this is using. Pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure beating Kleavor is... Stop it. What does the document say?
What does the document say about?
About when I move on to the next area.
It's pre-Noble Kleavor.
Okay. So, I'm not able to get the Ginkgo Guild, I'm pretty sure, because I think they show up after Cleavor. Which means I can't do any linking cord stuff unless I get insanely lucky with the Lost and Found satchels. I don't think this game's played very much anymore, so if we just team up and clear them all out and then start knocking out with only a linking cord in the backpack, I think that would work.
Oh, that would work, yeah. Maybe.
Not doing that, but an option.
I guess if you really get bottlenecked by linking cords because people aren't playing, then this guide's kind of out of date. I said if you really are getting bottlenecked because of linking cords, this guide's a little out of date, and we're going to have to make a little adjustment.
Do the cords only experience space-time rift? No, the rare merchant will sell them. The rare item guy, the like singular dude by your house. Well, I don't think the item guide is out of date. I think it's just a little bit incorrect. Which makes sense because he made 3 different guides, and I feel bad for the dude. What am I doing? Vespiquen needs to use some light Agile style move. That'll be... Oh, it is 5. Maybe defeated is an option. With fire type moves. I don't really have a fire type Pokemon to train. I could defeat them. Theoretically. Not really, but theoretically.
You could always go check for that Chimchar.
I'll go check for the Chimchar.
You excited for anything?
No.
Neither am I.
No. Are you for real?
Oh, there he is.
Nope.
And I'm about to watch him go.
Nope. That's not a Chimchar.
Is that a Charmander?
That's a Monferno. Charmander's not in this game.
Oh. Well,
that's
also a rare
Very
spawn.
rare. I know there's a delay from when you type your comment and it shows up on... Well. Darn. Ooh. I mean, I might as well catch it.
Yeah, I think you have to.
No, I need to catch a Chimchar. Because I can just get a Monferno from a Chimchar. I can't turn a Monferno back into a Chimchar because there's no breeding in this game.
Well, now you have your fire type Pokemon.
Yeah, it's insane. I can grind that on for Vespiquens. Knock that out of the way. What tragic luck, right?
Yeah, terrible.
Like if there was a 1 in 1,000 chance for these stones to break open instead of an evolution stone, it was like super money. Monferno, Charmander, and Magnemite, which has the best tail to light a cigarette? I feel like Monferno would chill with you. I think Charmander's a little bit too innocent to be doing that, and Magmar is... Magmar.
Yeah, Magmar is a crazy dude. I wouldn't want to hang out with Magmar.
His name is Boober in Japanese.
I like him.
Are you sure?
You could definitely hang out with a guy. Boober.
No.
That's a good name to. That's a good name to. What's up?
I suppose. But still, bears like mushrooms.
They are mushrooms.
They don't like mushrooms. Bears like orange berries. Well, that was a limp throw.
Or Charmander and all that secondhand smoke.
What level are you? 30? Catch you. Everything knows Giga Impact in this game. New Pokemon update, they replaced Tackle with Giga Impact.
That was a melodramatic move, if I've ever seen one. Coming out of a Paris.
Parasect.
Well. I can't imagine any smoke is good for his little lizard lungs.
Yeah. Put it out, dude. That hurt. And they still need it weakened a little bit. Light style leaf, which this puts it. Probably just do a strong style one too. Yup. I'm honestly gonna light style gust. This was a mistake, I think. Not dodged anyway. I'm just gonna try and catch it. Bro.
Said no, huh?
I'm saying no. I'm trying again.
So if the mushrooms on Paris's back are tasty, there's definitely Paris farms, right?
Yeah. What's the point of running around during battles beyond just being a novelty? Oh, what's the point of stickers on your ball and platinum other than just being a novelty? Helps you feel more in the world. Plus you can run away like that and kind of cheese the battle a little bit. Which is really helpful in a game where a level 70 Garchomp can sweep through half of your team before you get attacked. Ooh, hang on, wait. If we got the Chimchar luck, we might have the Caribou luck. Watch it.
Eevee luck too.
Would be the Eevee luck. No, we already checked the Eevees. There was no luck.
Oh. Can't you get hit by enemy Pokemon attacks in this? Too?
Yes, but if it's an attack in combat, it just knocks you on your butt and looks silly.
Oh.
I don't think it does damage, at least. I've never been hit by enough in a row that would knock me out. I think I didn't mute for a cough there. My apologies. Running away now, literally running away. But now we don't get cool camera angles. Dude, have you seen the background of Pokemon battles in something like Scarlet and Violet? I don't want to see more of the world. I want to see less of the world. In the online battles, it's like the same 4 people yelling and cheering from all 4 sides of the field. It's embarrassing. It's like the grandma, the little kid, and then the 2 schoolers. Is that a shaken tree or am I crazy?
I thought it might have been shaken too, but it doesn't seem to be.
Oh, Munchlax does need experience and friendship. And evolve!
Just enough.
You know, it's been a while. I haven't bothered people about liking the stream.
Yes, everybody who's watching should totally like this stream right now. I think it's a good idea. I should really low on stuff. Love the evolution screen. Yeah, it's really good. I think I'm done with my chops. I'm done with Munchlax when I turn it in. I just need to evolve. You just need to knock you out again. You'd fly. Defeat. With a rock type move or use stun spore with an edge style. I'm just gonna battle a bunch of flies, I think. I catch another alpha and see it use bite. Like the stream if you like the stream is a phrase that would make literally no sense to a cowboy in the 1800s.
Partner, that is a nice stream, but I think you're talking about it a little bit too much.
I don't know. If you like the stream, then you like the stream.
I'm a more of a babbling brook man myself.
Nah, no way. Stream or bust. Stream or busted for using other players' gameplay.
Oh no.
Remember that time when I said I was low on Pokeballs and I needed to go get more materials? I think I was lying.
It does seem that way.
I know that you want to attack me, B-Barrel, but there is a berry right there that you're eating. Ooh. A female alpha too, because that would mean that this is the page if I catch it. It is.
Is this one of the ones where you can tell the difference?
Yeah. If you can catch different forms, then that means that you can tell the difference. Kind of. Not necessarily between gender. Like Shellos have different forms, but it's not gender. It's habitat.
Oh, that's interesting.
And never mind, that's not enough. Apparently I already caught a female. I need to... the female B-barrels have fewer face curls, and the male or female B-doofs have fewer tail curls. So this is a female. It was that one. And then this is a male. You can see that this one has 5.
Oh yeah.
But then these ones have 3. Liking something
Pokemon
means...
ecology.
Exactly, Pokemon ecology. Like something means how you feel, but now it also means an action you can perform. It was also an action you could perform before. I am liking your clothes.
Or
I like in your
like
clothes.
those clothes.
The druid saying, I like in your clothes, and then he grows a fungus on them.
Oh, nice. I get it. Wordplay.
Exactly. Face, I don't remember if you said, are you a fan of Star Wars?
I like the original movies and kind of
Okay. I have
fallen out of love with it.
a musical to show you that is hilarious, and I think you'll like it.
Oh,
Because
I
there's a
think we talked
recurring
about
joke in it
before.
about, like, the definition of a pun. I think you would love it.
Maybe.
I'll show it to you eventually.
Eventually it'll wear me down.
It's a new day, but I don't think that's exactly when the Pokemon reset, so I'm going to sleep until midday. And then I'm going to tragically, begrudgingly, upsettingly check for a Chimchar. More like Starboars. Ha 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 ha. It was revolutionary. It was revolutionary. Was? Or wait, is that also a joke? Because it's about a revolution. Yo.
Oh, nice. Wow.
And it
We're hitting
was because
multiple
no...
levels here.
Dude, is that another Monferno? Come on, man. I mean, I guess it makes it easier if I catch it. Dude. Really?
Sorry, Monkey Man.
What? Guess they're not breeding in this game. Never thought I'd ask for it in Pokemon. Someone even asked the other day, what mechanic would you remove? And that's the one I wanted gone.
Too late now.
I know.
Now we live in a world without breeding. You've Twilight Zoned us.
Twilight Zone, an enjoyable show.
Yeah.
Would you consider that sci-fi?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
I guess some episodes are, at least. But some of them are just like guys yelling about everything being loud, and then all of a sudden he's deaf now.
I think you've got the glasses episode pretty much down there.
A breed just hasn't discovered it yet. Yeah, that's another crazy thing, is that in the first generation it was, we just discovered these Pokemon. And then in the second generation it was, we just discovered that they reproduce. And yet in those very same games they have fossils from millions of years ago.
Listen, we got some 1800s British professors roaming around the wilds doing this work.
It was
You're
British.
out here
It was
correcting
1800s
directors.
British professors that set up the guide for how we classify animals today, and did a pretty dang good job of it considering the few tools that they have. So if they're being outperformed by them while being 1900s professors, well, actually no, later 1900s science was horrible, like famously very, very awful in just about every field.
That's what I'm saying. Pokemon just congeal.
Dude, it's probably a thing. Ugh. (1800s) British professors that didn't know eggs existed. Look, I didn't say all of them were intelligent, but Carl Linnaeus was like the 1600s, right? And he was fantastic. Charles Darwin was the 1800s, and that guy set up me having a job. That dude was brilliant, and he was hilariously relatable. Have you ever read his diary? It's awesome. Honestly, go read it. It's funny. It's not just boring science stuff. Some days it's literally like, ugh, I woke up and I feel awful. All I want to do is lay in my bed until I die.
Oh, Charles Darwin was spitting some truths.
I mean, that's what happens when you drown iguanas, but you know.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
The guy loved his worms. Loved his worms. And his iguanas. And his cousin. What's fascinating to me is that everyone knows Charles Darwin discovered evolution, or like really solidified it. What people don't know is that he also did the same with incest being bad. That wasn't known to be bad until Charles Darwin had, okay, the whole story. He was offered dowry to marry his either first or second cousin, I think it was first cousin, and have children with them. Or it also compared that versus owning a dog. The wife barely won out over the dog. He would then go on to have 9 children, 3 of which were absolutely unbelievably brilliant, 3 of which were absolutely unbelievably significantly lacking upstairs, and 3 of which were just totally normal. And from that, he devised that incest is bad. Yeah, he predicted genes without knowing what genes were, in a time where in the early 1900s, a scientist was bullied to suicide for suggesting that there might be germs, and he still theorized genes were real. The closest thing that we had was the pea experiment that everyone talks about. PEA. Monk. You know the one.
I don't know the one, but I'm glad you clarified.
The Punnett
because I was
Square?
confused. Oh, the Punnett Square. We know the Punnett Square.
Yeah. Genes are, like, you know, so much more complex than that, but I mean, people forget it anyway, so you don't have to correct your incorrections of that, at least. How close is that for Beetafly? Because I want to just kind of be done with Beetafly. Not. I'll have to catch another one. What's opium? 10. Charles Darwin was unendingly brilliant.
You just got Thunderstone there.
Did I?
Yup.
Hey, I needed 2 of those.
What you need.
All done. There's a pea plant you used to walk past every day to work. I'm always thinking of the guy who did the pea plants. I don't have space in my inventory for that item. What item? Great dust. It's sideways. Even in the best game, Pokemon is still Pokemon quality. Reface, I got a Firestone, not a Thunderstone.
Oh, well, you got a stone of some sort, so...
Firestone.
Well, you need one of those, too.
Ooh. Wait, unless it dropped on the ground, because I didn't have the space for it, and it was a different type of stone altogether, because I think it also already had a Firestone. Did I? Did I already have a Firestone?
I don't think you did. I saw something with a exclamation point.
Okay.
Suppose I could go back and look.
Please.
Here we go. Coming up.
Did I imagine a world where Digimon was more popular than Pokemon? I don't even know how that would happen. Other than Pokemon giving up after Generation 2 like they intended. But I still don't think Digimon will be very popular. I think it's more than just creature collection that makes Pokemon popular. I think it's the idea that they are pets. Like they are friends to you. By
Well, so
Yokai
are
Watch.
Digimon.
But they don't exist. They are
Yeah,
as
they
much a
do.
friend to you as your Neopet is.
No, they're actual, like, AIs.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're like creations in the thing. Like loading up Minecraft and saying that a pig's your best friend.
Well, maybe some of us have been there.
Right. But why would you want to imagine a fantasy world where you then load up Minecraft and a pig's your best friend instead of just doing that and cutting out the middleman? You know? What is that creature?
I don't know.
What was just flying around? What was the stink bug that should be dead by now? Incest bad for the same reason genetic diversity is good? Kind of. It's more that it causes things to get weird. It's like the code... Okay, if we think of it more like a computer, it's like the code starts writing itself incorrectly. Does that make sense? Like it starts making errors because it doesn't remember how to do it right. It just remembers how it's done it. You love Yokai Watch? I'm not saying Yokai Watch is bad. I'm just saying that in Yokai Watch you were watching for yokai and not, you know, like getting a new pet dog.
Ooh.
What is it?
What?
What was it?
What was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Firestone.
Okay.
I was right.
Hey, all good. I thought I already had a Firestone, but you know what?
I'm the most correct man in the world.
That's true.
What are you gonna do about it?
Be the second most correct man in the world.
I suppose that's probably true. We're the only 2 people who actually exist. The rest of this is all illusion.
More like Yokai Botch. It tried its best. Is it bad? I've never tried it at all. I was not even getting close to the trees. Not that they're shaken anyway. They don't exist. Airby does not exist as a Pokemon. They removed it.
Monferno
in
does,
Balance
though.
Pack. What?
Monferno does, though.
We are still Cherubi searching, Cody. And in the time that we got 2 Monfernos and 0 Chimchars, we have found 0 Cherubis because they don't exist. Level 6. If I catch one that's 8. That being spotted that's 9. Feeding is 1. Probably just battle for it.
Are you up from your nap?
Love the games, had to try them. I mean, I don't think Yokai Watch is necessarily bad. It's just, Digi yawn is very true.
I disagree.
Can you name 4 Digimon?
Agumon, Garurumon, Greymon, and Patamon.
And now we see another issue with Digimon.
They all end in Mon, dude.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
that gets so annoying very quickly.
I don't think so, Mon.
Fair enough. To be completely fair, Digimon had a stronger narrative. Did it?
Yes.
Regardless, when I'm playing a fantasy game, I want to be able to pretend I'm in that world. You know, when I'm playing, like, a fantasy video game, I want to think that it's me in the caves fighting the goblins. Not that I am in a fantasy game, playing a fantasy game fighting goblins. So when I'm in Pokemon, I am the
You
trainer.
get sucked into
manning the
Pokemon
Pokemon.
Land.
What?
You get sucked into Digimon Land.
Yeah. In the game, you go into a different game and are playing Digimon Land.
It's not
But
a
in
game, it's the digital
Pokemon-
world.
Oh, the digital world, my bad.
Yeah, it's very not a game.
I'm just saying,
Where all the Digimon live.
all
Their
5
snippets of
Digimon
are
fans
alive.
would not be able to out-argue any Pokemon fans. I'm just saying.
You need to watch the first season of Digimon and then tell me that.
I would, but there's so many other interesting things I could watch on television.
Oof.
I'm ripping into Digimon right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's
And
like
it's-
shots fired.
It's so needless. Digimon is not anything.
They've just taken strays.
Digimon had an actual plot? I can give you
Yeah.
that.
Like, and even like season 2 was good, I remember.
That's why it's still watched today.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Boo. Boo.
You want me to talk about Dragon Quest monsters instead?
Sure. I'm just saying,
By the way.
Digimon starts with the monsters of digital. Pokemon starts with, I want to be the very best. No one ever listens to the Digimon theme while working out. People are like, yeah, I'm going to be the very best when I finish working out.
You've missed the also important line. It's the Digimon are the champions. You're just their friend.
Yeah, that's lame. With Pokemon, me and my Pokemon have teamed up to make something new.
Oh, you
The
team up.
champions.
Their friendship levels them up and makes them into bigger, scarier Digimon.
Not bigger, scarier Digimon, wholly different Digimon.
Bigger, scarier
It's
Digimon.
the, it's the
love.
meme. I saw the meme the other day, too. Kitty turns into a Velociraptor, turns into a fridge. What do I have to do for a Drifloon? And do I have to do it to 3 Drifloon at once? No. I have to evolve one. I think Pokemon lore is innately going to be more interesting because if Digimon introduced a god figure, it's a god in the digital world and not in the normal world. You know what I mean?
They overlap.
I don't know, man. I'm not able to navigate a menu right now, so what do I know?
Very little.
Nothing to do. Pokemon are already digital monsters when they're in the PC.
Yeah, he's got you there.
But that is a relic from the actual very first game that was even corrected in the anime to show that they are sent over like through mail. It's like teleporting. But they're not digital monsters, they're monsters that can be digitized and undigitized, which is a huge difference. They exist outside of it and can be turned into it rather than the other way around. I just fell in a river too.
I saw that. I wasn't going to say anything.
Nah, it's embarrassing. I need to wear that on my sleeve.
So when do you fight Godfrey?
In Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
So that is after I have beaten Huaralu, Chieftain of the Badlands.
I see.
I've caught us. Oh, I haven't turned it in yet. That's why. Double edge. Giving this guy food right here. I'll just give him a few pieces of food. As in, and no cherry berries?
Snorlax. Don't relax on the snacks.
Eat it, big guy. One. You miss Gilbert Godfrey?
Gottfried, I think it is.
Who is Gilbert Gottfried?
He's Iago from Aladdin.
I have never seen Aladdin.
Oh, wow.
I've only ever seen 4 Disney movies.
Oh.
My first one was Frozen.
Ew.
Frozen's good.
I
For a
had
Disney
to
movie.
work retail when Frozen was all the rage, and
Everyone is like, that's how Frozen's bad. No, that's just an unfortunate circumstance. It doesn't make it bad. Digit from cyberspace? Are you saying how to how have I seen so few Disney movies? Or are you saying how as in, what was that, my first? Or I was bad? That was my first because the person who showed it to me really likes wizards. So, you know, that's the Disney movie we're watching. Come on, dude. I know you can need more. A few Disney movies? 4. 2 of them were very recently when someone found out that I've only ever watched 4 Disney movies. Well, 2 Disney movies at the time. I wanted to correct that. I have to actually throw him into his mouth. He's too slow to get him before they despawn.
just bounced right off it.
It's like he knows what I'm doing. Alright, I'll come back later.
Yeah.
Or was that a how have I seen so few Disney movies? Where's the smoke detector from that 80s TV PSA? There was a smoke detector with a voice actor in an 80s TV PSA? Oh, I catch that Drifloon. Already seen me, so I won't. I've seen so few Disney movies because I was never very interested in movies. And I was a big Shrek kid. I didn't really care about Disney. I should look it up. I know what you're talking about, actually. Never mind. I do know what you're talking about. Because it got shown to me unironically at one point. When I was at a summer camp. We went to the fire department that day. I mean, if I just catch one, that's 1. But if I defeat him, that's 3. Actually, if I catch him, it's 2, but... Shrek and Frozen are both satires on classic Disney. Is Frozen a satire on classic Disney? Disney.
Disney.
Shrek's not a satire on classic Disney. Shrek's like an insult of Disney. And a little bit of a
Is a
satirization.
satire on just like
The commercialization of it over, as a whole, isn't it?
no, it's just more like a different take on like, you know, the why can't I think of the word I'm looking for?
Fairy tales.
Fairy tales, yes, thank you. And it's just satire of a fairy tale, you know, and like I don't know how much making fun of Disney they were doing rather than just kind of having their own clever thing.
Well, I mean, when he shows up, like, even the little street thing that he sees is commodified. I think that's the idea of it, is like the...
Oh, I think that's just Farquaad being a bad guy.
Maybe.
You know, it's just like, look how nice our place is, and then it's not nice at all because of the short guy.
Or short guy.
Poor short guy.
I mean, he maybe
Been a long
didn't
time
deserve to get
since
bullied
Shrek.
as much as he did, you know? Like,
I don't know. Do you ever see him getting bullied, or do you just see him being
that's true.
like? We never got like young Shrek camp
Like we did with SpongeBob.
cartoon. Yeah,
That was
exactly.
Frozen, though. Farquaad is literally... Yeah, I do know that. I do know that.
Well, I did not know that.
Yeah. So not in the name Farquaad, but in the appearance, it very much looks like him. And that was that was a studio that was significantly made up of fired Disney animators.
Aha.
I'm surprised you didn't... Whoa! Mr. Mimes! Oh! I took a few great balls, but I got it.
Still waiting on my end.
Frozen takes all the typical Disney princess plot points and kind of mocks them, spins them on their head. I suppose the character with the best song is kind of the villain. That being Elsa, yeah. She's like a vaguely sympathetic villain, almost kind of, not quite.
He's on her way to villainhood.
He's a villain they don't want to actually attack. Unlike Gaston.
I think without sisterly love, she would have been a villain.
I think so.
Oop, dog meat's outside. Be
But she
back
kind
in
of
a
didn't
minute.
have sisterly love. Is that done with Abra? For catching a light specimen. That makes... You were obsessed with Disney princess films at one point? Neat. I've only ever seen Frozen in terms of that. All the Yabras are gone. Sure. Oh yeah, they're super gone. Sleeping Beauty is the worst, and The Little Mermaid is the best. Slash Mulan. Really? Your favorite Disney movie is Princess and the Frog? My favorite Disney movie is Treasure Planet, which I saw 2 months ago. 3 months ago.
All right, Princess and the Frog has some bangers.
The villain's kind of pog, but that's it. I don't know anything else about it. Treasure Planet's not just a good one. Treasure Planet is fantastic. Oops, I bonked him. Oop, he didn't like that at all. Princess and the Frog is super underrated? Really? I can't really speak on it, but I've never seen anything bad said about it. I guess I really haven't seen anything said about it.
It's not one you really hear about, but it's solid.
Interesting. So far, we have watched... Okay, so I was going to see Zootopia, but I didn't want to watch it first because I didn't want people to refuse. So I watched Frozen and then Zootopia.
Zootopia's good.
Zootopia's good. Could have been better written.
Yeah. I mean, it's a buddy cop movie for children, so.
Yeah. The 2D stigma hit that movie hard. What? Princess and the Frog? It was a 2D stigma?
I don't know. I liked it, but of course then I like 2D animation, so.
Anyway. Then last October, someone had said, we're going to watch a bunch of Disney movies and get you caught up. And I said, please don't. And we started doing it anyway. Treasure Planet was first, and when that finished, I knew it was all downhill from here. Because, oh my goodness, that movie is peak.
Yeah, Treasure Planet's really good.
Beastars better than Zootopia? No. Not if you've seen the ending. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I don't even know if it's necessarily better written in the build-up either. It's not quite like mature as a Bloodstain level of nonsense, but it's kind of not far off. Anyway, after Treasure Planet, it was Atlantis, and I thought that was really good, but I see why that movie wasn't super loved on release.
Atlantis is really good too. You got some really good deep cuts.
Yeah, they wanted to start with the best, so that I was hooked. I knew what they were doing. They didn't get me. But those ones are fantastic. Those are great movies. I recommend both of them. I just recommend Treasure Planet a lot more.
Movie I'd just watch.
What?
So I'm trying to think of a Disney movie I'd just watch. I think maybe like Fantasia or Fantasia 2000.
I'm not a Disney person at all. Even if you count Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm just... It's a fun movie about pirates.
Right.
I think it's one of those things you have to kind of grow up with, like Pokemon.
Very possible.
Most nostalgic films for you is James and the Rather Large Peach. Wild Robot made you cry so many times in theaters. Wild Robot is fantastic. It is an amazing movie to me. I love that movie. And it is weirdly accurate. I like it. It's an excellent way to handle death for like a child. Multiple times too.
Really drive that message home.
Well, no, it does it in different ways a few times. Ratface, you saw the movie, right? You were there.
Yeah, I watched it with you.
Yeah, great movie. It did not pull punches.
Bet you if my heater wasn't going right now, you could hear the cat purr.
Toy Story 2 made you cry when you learned Jesse's origin. I was too young to cry when I saw that movie. Or maybe I was just a heartless monster from the beginning. I don't know. You heard they're thinking of making a sequel, but you hope they don't. Apparently the books have sequels. Like, there are multiple Wild Robot books. I don't think it should be Roz. But I could see it. I think that movie suffered from wild pacing issues.
Yes.
That movie has 3 different climaxes.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was over twice.
Kind of deprives you of energy for the last one. Like, I had the energy, but I was exhausted afterwards.
Yeah. Gotta let the dog in.
No EVs. Still no EVs. They've not been EVs for a while either. When the heck was Wild Robot even announced? Never heard of it? It was barely advertised. It was so sparse. I remember seeing the first advertisement and thinking, wow, this looks very pretty. Are they about to market to me? No. It was a DreamWorks movie. Well, let me surprised. And then it was good. Let me even surprised her. Nah, DreamWorks has like a 50-50 on movies being good or bad. The DreamWorks coin flip. How many more do you need? 5, I think. 3 Eevee? Well, because I can't get an Ice Stone, I don't need to catch all of them right away. So I can get away with 4. For now. And then I think when I beat Cleavor, space-time distortions show up. And I can get Eevees a lot easier in those. Yeah, I wouldn't say a lot easier, but there's more Eevees.
I'd never heard of Wild Robot before either.
Yeah, it was
Like, I heard of it that day.
very sparse movie. Which is tragic. The movie is genetically engineered to make adoptive mothers cry.
Yeah, I noticed that. Mothers in general.
Mothers in general, but especially adopted moms because of the, you know, like,
Yeah.
he's not his mom. Ooh. They're making evolutions for every type. They just make dual type or regional forms with the leftover types. No, that would be so. Oh, whoosh.
Or evolutions.
Hey, a shiny.
Not even.
I want you to know I'm very tempted to knock this out.
It's not a whirlpool though.
Not a Wimple.
Now, would I like some dual type evolutions? Yes. Would I like some EVs and evolutions in other regions? Yes. More EV, the answer is yes. It's like crushed red pepper.
Or Parmesan.
Good thing I got pizza for after the stream.
The Paris on the other side of him is bad. Hey, we got it. I'm getting XP candy. I'm gonna use on Zubat because I wanna just get these things. Well, that was fast. Worst movie I've ever seen? As much as I would love to say The Last Airbender, probably that Chimps in Space movie. It's one of the two. I watched Chimps in Space before The Last Airbender, but you know how before a certain age, every movie you see is the best movie ever, or just like really good?
Yeah.
The Last Airbender was a movie that broke that out of me. I came out of that movie and I realized that that movie was horrible.
It hurts, don't it?
Oh, it was so bad. Oh, wait, nope, I don't want to do that yet because I need to go bat it up. Okay. Use bite and air cutter.
Village wasn't that bad. I saw that in theaters.
Is the village
It
the
was
one
not
that has
good.
that crazy looking deer monster made of people?
No, that's the M. Night Shyamalan one.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well,
That sounds like a movie I kind of want to check out, though.
it's a horror movie of sorts. I thought it was called The Village. So picture a deer or a moose.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
instead of any bone for the antlers or anything to make up the body, it's all people.
Certainly wasn't The Village.
Okay.
Freaky imagery.
Yeah, it's crazy. What about the best movie you've ever seen? The Happening? Is that the worst movie you've ever seen, or is that the movie that
Happening
has
is
the-
terrible.
I mean, when you call it The Happening, you're probably a bad movie, right?
Oh, it was so bad. Another M. Night Shyamalan banger.
Hey, just like The Last Airbender. Oh, Ratface, we gotta watch through all of Avatar, not because the show is just a fantastic masterclass of writing, but because the movie is a horrible drop-off from that fantastic masterclass of writing.
Oh, I never heard anything good about the movie.
Some people like the design that they gave Aang's tattoos. It's just tragic that that's offset by them calling him Ong instead of Aang.
Yeah.
It bites 6 times, they could have one more time.
And that's another M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
What is this man doing in Hollywood?
Apparently every third movie he makes is fantastic, I've heard. What movie couldn't be called The Happening because stuff happens in this movie? It sounds very it sounds very R/2 sentence horror.
Yeah.
My guest asked for more ketchup, so I had to go down into the basement and milk the creature.
The ketchup creature?
The creature.
I like the creature. It also does mustard.
La
and
criatura.
on cold days ice cream.
Old days. Wait, you gotta store it for the good days or like the hot days?
Well, no, when it gets cold in the basement. I mean, on hot days,
Oh.
it does like hot drinks.
Temperature based.
Well, yeah, you buy the creature a little space heater and a AC for the summer, a window unit that goes in the basement window, keeps the light out for the creature.
So at what temperature does it start producing like, molten metal so we can just farm it for money? You know, real
Oh, it's a
efficient?
creature, not a Pokemon.
Yeah, so
So it doesn't.
it doesn't?
It provides ketchup and mustard and ice cream and
Dan-
hot tea.
Dan, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. An alien whose blood is exactly like milk? I don't know what you could possibly mean by that.
Like Bishop in Aliens.
Oh.
Or Bishop in Alien.
Oh.
Or Bishop in Alien Resurrection.
Who's this bishop guy and why is he a bunch of aliens?
Maybe he wasn't in Resurrection. Maybe his head was in 3. He's an android. Have you not seen Aliens?
I've only ever seen one alien movie and I was very mad and I wasn't very good either.
I bet you haven't seen the first 2.
Nope. I think I saw Prometheus?
Oh yeah, no, I fell asleep during that. At the midnight showing. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, we were gonna see the Power Rangers movie or something like that, but it wasn't showing. So we ended up, or no, there was a different movie, I think Kingsman. And we ended up watching that instead. Bishop's blood was chalky and gross looking. It was like milk. Bleh. Eh.
Yeah.
I like milk, but I'm uninterested.
If you haven't seen
Tree
Alien,
shaking! Tree is
Tree
shaking! Please.
Cherokee.
Yeah! We are freed.
Ah. I'm glad. This map, part of the map can now be forgotten. Oh, we're getting hearts. We gotta get some more hearts in there. Finally.
Thank you for the hearts, everyone. I'm free. And I think my Golbat is also free. I'm gonna turn it in to make sure. Kirby was the only Pokemon you didn't catch in this game? That's crazy. How to fill this page? A lot easier than catching it. A lot easier. When I played through this the first time, I spent so long looking for this, I eventually gave up and waited until Coronet Highlands, where it's a lot more common. Oh, that's a level up. I'm gonna return to the village. Yeah, wait, are you done? Is Golbat done? Yes. That can involve you now.
Where'd you get the link cable?
I didn't.
Oh.
But what involves with friendship?
Oh.
Which is specifically done for a story beat in the games rather than anything else. Because your rival in the game keeps getting beaten by you, so he keeps beating his Pokemon, and it doesn't work. So he's nice to them instead, and it turns into a Crobat. Caught.
I like Crobat.
Leech Life 8 times, Cross Poison twice. Or Agile Style move a few times. Does anyone know where the spooky girl shows up? Because we're going to have to do her quest eventually, and that's going to be annoying. Is that just at night, or is that after a certain trigger? This should give me upgraded balls.
Now you can go for that Togetic.
Take a kiss.
Yes. Togepi, Togetic, Togekiss. Pikaemon.
Nope.
Squirtlemon.
Level 50. I have to go to Spooky Girl Village first. I'm pretty sure she's just in Jubilife. Pretty sure she just sits on the other side of this river and says, hey, we'll find these ghosts. 108 of them. Don't look into it. She just sits like right under that tree. Maybe that tree. Maybe this tree. What are those trees? Mass outbreaks. Get mass outbreaks now. That.
Huh. That's gonna simplify things.
I heard the cat.
Yeah.
The cat that's totally not a fart.
Brr.
Okay, let's get the Pokemon down here just to Pokemon that we can literally never catch. So if we catch the Alpha Rapidash, that's 1. I'm gonna craft 11 balls.
Hi, kitty. No, don't buy my headphone cord.
Actually, this is a good stopping point. I really have to use the restroom. And also, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours now.
That's true.
I'm gonna end it now. There is a schedule. I forgot to put it literally anywhere on this stream, but it's Monday through Thursday and Saturday that I'll be streaming. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'll be playing. Oh, well, that's good timing, John. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'll be playing. We'll find out. But have a good night, everyone. See you later.